registering here for days 83 through 88 of the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge. Kind of a weird video, mostly almost a week long. I've been doing this stuff daily, just haven't had time to do the video side of things. It's partly my fault just for time management, and also it's kind of, as you may have noticed, it looks like, well, I guess maybe you can't tell, but I'm in the living room, the main area of this new apartment, which is great. But the main issue, though, is that my roommate has his setup like right over here, and when he's here, like playing games or whatever, I feel really awkward trying to record, so I haven't done it. I don't really want to record and be kind of weird while he's there doing his own thing. So yeah, that kind of explains where I've been, I guess. It's been a good week. Did a lot of fighting with page 1 coloring. That was like the first half of the week. Then I finally got to the point where I just said, screw it, I don't care about the color right now. Because black and white could work, the colored version that I have right now could work, but neither are perfect, and I think I want to do some sort of combination of the two, but I don't know what. And I was frustrated with the struggle of the color, so I stopped. And I started working on the inking of page 2, which has come along really well. Actually, it's been coming along really well in the last couple of days because of one major thing, and this is going to sound weird, but I stopped caring. And I say that, when I say that, I mean I have stopped focusing on being perfectionist for the moment. I go back and forth between not caring and caring too much about stuff. So I'll go back to being a perfectionist again, I'm sure. But part of the reason that was supporting that was the D&D character that I showed you guys the other day. I'm working on a picture of him, and I'm doing the line art. I have been slowly working on the line art. And I just hit this point where I'm like, yeah, I'll just put this here, oh, this looks cool, I'll add this little stuff, and I just had my mind off, basically. I was just doing it. And it's looking really good. And that's something that I've noticed, and I'm sure all of you have noticed, at least any of you that do something creative, is that when you kind of turn your mind off, when you don't think about it, you make really interesting things. In fact, some of the things I've made that I enjoy the most, I've just done. I didn't think about it, I didn't worry about it, sometimes I didn't even know what I was drawing. I started with squiggles and then turned into a picture, and it turned out really cool. And I'm trying to kind of bring this method into the comic and just not care, because it doesn't have to look like anyone else has done it. It doesn't have to look anatomically correct. They don't have to have the right features. They don't have to be realistic. I mean, they don't have pupils, for goodness sake, so why am I struggling with trying to make their hands look realistic? They don't have 5 fingers. I don't know, it's stupid. So I kind of hit this point of, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I don't care if, like, something looks weird or off or it's inconsistent. I'm going to try my best. Well, I'm going to try one step lower than my best. Because my best is way too picky. So I'm just doing it, and I'll get it done, it'll look good. It may not look as good if I'd spent, 3 times as longer on it, trying to make the lines perfect. But so what? I don't want to spend years on this comic. I really didn't want to spend 100 days on it, to be honest. I had this plan in mind when I started. I was like, oh yeah, I'll be done in a few months. Like 2 months or so, before Comic-Con. That didn't happen. I have a long way to go, but I'm just going to do it, I think one of the things that will help, oddly enough, is not doing this challenge anymore. It has been great. It's been a great experience, just to push myself, even though I've struggled a lot. But what I want to do is I want to give myself freedom to work on other projects. Because I know that, at least me personally, when I work on something for a long time, I start getting burnt out on it. It's just how I am. So there's been other things I've wanted to draw, and other things I've wanted to do, but I haven't really done too much because I feel guilty when I'm not working on the comic. And oddly enough, during that, month or something stupid that I wasn't doing the challenge, I did draw a little bit. I worked on the D&D stuff. I started drawing that picture, the digital one that I haven't shown you guys yet. And I had fun with it. I didn't feel guilty about drawing. I enjoyed it. And I think I need to just let myself draw whatever I want at the moment. So after the Hundreds challenge, I am going to keep doing stuff daily. I want to keep working daily. I don't want to stop. But I don't think I'm going to force myself to work on the comic. What I'm planning, this is just a vague plan right now, is I want to do a weekly video update. Every Saturday or so, like this, just a video, maybe not recording and doing a time-lapse of what I've done, but showing bits and pieces like, hey, I was working on this, I made this progress on the comic, I started working on this sketch, I started doing this, so I can have that freedom to just have my, creative ADD and just work on different things, but I'm not going to stop working on the comic. I'm going to keep doing it. It might not be my dream project or anything, it might not be what I want to do end all be all, but I made it this far. I want to finish it. And if I can do that, that definitely shows something. It shows I'm stubborn. Stubborn as heck. And maybe from there I can start working on the Ruin comic, the one I've been wanting to do for years, the one that's been so intimidating. Maybe I could take this motivation and put it into that. Maybe I'll do a different thing. Maybe I'll work on more Outer Demons comics. Who knows? I'm gonna let it free. Be open, to do whatever. So, that's kind of, I don't know. It'll be fun to be able to kind of do whatever I want. And, admittedly, I need to be better with my time management to be able to do that. Because right now, I have time. I really do. I just need to, not stay up till 4 in the morning, then sleep in till right before work, and then go to work, and, whatever. So I just need to figure it out and be better about that. On the mention of work, I have been trying to do more with that and apply to more places and just trying to put myself out there. And it's hard. It's hard to put yourself out there and let yourself be judged and hope that people like your work. But it's been going pretty well so far. I've actually had 2 phone interviews this week. One on Thursday that I knew about, which is for a staffing agency, so not an actual job, but they'll help me get a job. And that went really well. And then I had a phone interview that surprised me Friday morning and woke me up, oddly enough. That went less well, but who knows? I've got an in-person interview in the middle of September. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. But, things are progressing there. And that's kind of a good feeling, and it makes me want to progress elsewhere, oddly enough. I think one of my main issues is that one of the things I've been doing a lot lately, I play a lot of video games. I love them. I always have. I grew up with them. My brothers and I played them all the time. It's a big part of my life. But it's also an escape. And admittedly, right before I had the big hiatus, I started getting back into gaming again. I played a lot. And part of it was nice. I was playing a lot with my girlfriend and stuff like that, so we got to kind of bond and be nerds over it, but I was letting it take up too much of my free time, and I still am. It hasn't changed. But I think I need to find a balance between the escapism and actually working on improving my life. Escaping for a little bit is fine. It's nice to kind of get away and relax, but doing it too much can be a problem. And weirdly enough, I'm kind of want to exchange one problem for another, because for a while drawing was my escape. And when I did the little comics on the forums and stuff like that, that was an escape from that. And I want to go back to having that be that feeling. So that's kind of goes hand in hand with the not caring about drawing, because if I don't stress over it, I don't think about it, I can enjoy it. I just do it. And it doesn't matter what it looks like. It looks like what it looks like. And it's there, you know? So, yeah, I'm probably shaking my head a lot. I gesture when I talk, as I'm sure you've noticed. But yeah, so I'm hopeful, I guess. I'm just kind of rambling. It's, you know, all of you people who are doing the hundreds challenge and you like talk in front of the camera for like 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, I don't know how you do it. I don't. I do 3-minute videos every day, because that's the limit that I have to speak, and after that it gets rambly and repeaty. Repeaty? What the hell? Repetitive. So yeah, hitting the 11-minute mark, that's why I'm rambling. Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna repeat myself, but basically, yeah, I'm working on just having more fun. And having more fun with drawing and creating and not trying to stress too much. Because you know what? It's not... I don't think it ever will be, but it's not something I need to use to support myself. It's not a job. It'd be interesting if it was. I would like it for a while, I'm sure. But I can almost kind of support myself with the job I have now. And if I find a different thing, something that's actually a little more in the design field, then awesome. I could definitely support myself and then just have fun with this, you know? And I think that's kind of what I need to focus on, is just have fun with it. Because for the longest time when I've been working on this, I've been worrying about being worrying about being perfect and making it look good or look like someone's style, just look like a proper comic, but it's going to look like a comic because it's going to be a comic. It's going to be something I made. So it's going to look like something I made, which is different from everyone else's. So what? You know? Yeah. Well, all the rambling aside, this has been a really good experience. And it's been stressful, it's been crazy, but it's been good. It's not over yet. I've got another 12 days, and then I'm going to keep doing something from there, because I don't want to miss out on more of this. But I want to say thank you to everyone who's been with me over the last couple of months, who's supported me through comments and watching the videos and whatnot, and everyone on the Facebook group who's been so awesome and give tons of advice. It's amazing. It's been such a great experience, and I'm glad I dove in. I'm sorry that I made mistakes, but it happens, and I'll fix them. I'll do better in the future. I'll be more consistent. Sure. I'll try. But yeah, so thank you everyone for just being a part of this, and thank you for helping and watching and hanging out and whatnot, you know? And it is really motivating to see what everyone else is working on. It's a little demotivating as well, oddly enough, because some of the people that are doing these videos, well, all of them, they're doing amazing things, and they're all, like, so much better. It's ridiculous. And it's really cool, because it's like, well, hey, these people, they're in the same situation, they're having the same sort of struggles, that I can do it too. But it's also like, damn, they're so much better. But that's kind of where I'm at, you know, who cares if they're better or not? I am as good as I am. I'm exactly as good as I can be. And I'm striving to be better than myself, and that's all I can do. Which is why I think one thing is going to be interesting. I don't think the comic line art is going to be too consistent. Because the line art for the first page I finished much earlier than the line art for the second page, and there's some differences I'm noticing already. So, who knows, it's going to be a wildly inconsistent, random comic, with no dialogue, because I live on the edge like that. Yeah, deal with it. Fight me, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, so doing my own thing, making my own stuff, and trying to have fun with it. That's what's important. I'll probably try and focus on the comic a little less, even before the hundreds is over, just because I really want to draw some stuff. It's just been in my head for a while, and some stuff I've forgotten about. But anyway, enough rambling. It's been 15 minutes of my nonsense. Thank you very much for any of you who stuck it out this long. You're crazy, awesome, crazy awesome, and probably crazy. But thank you, and I will see you all on day 89, hopefully tomorrow, but it might be another compilation video. Who knows? So, thank you very much, and so long.